So it is June 21st, 2023. It's a Wednesday. It's not a good mental day. And I figured I would record this because it just goes to show you that a lot of times that even pros just post just the highlight reels. I'm really frustrated. This prep has been anything but easy. And I guess in one way I would understand that if I was doing back to back, but I took a year off. I didn't touch the stage in 2022. I did a summer cut. But what's funny though is my summer cut is like what I'm at right now. And I'm in freaking prep. So I lost weight when I was traveling. And then I have been on it. Like, you know, I've been really good about everything. You know, coach kind of kept my macros the same, but upped my cardio. And my weight's just creeping up again. And I'm really at a point where I'm about to give up. Like, I'm about to quit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I am so upset. So disappointed in myself. I feel like a failure. And what's hard is, you know, it's one thing, you know, there's pros and cons to being, like, married and having kids and doing this. You know, the pro is that you have that support system, but the con is that you almost have to put on a face and you feel like you're on an island. You really do. It's not like my husband competes. He doesn't get it. Like, he's very supportive, but, you know, it's really hard. It's a very isolating thing. And, you know, people ask me why I do it, and I just say, well, I do it because I love it. But it's days like these, I don't love it. It's like, I don't know what I need to do. You know, I'm 40, so my body is fighting me every step of this way. And it's so frustrating. Oh my gosh, it's frustrating. It'd be one thing if I were cheating and just slipping food, but I am vigilant. I measure everything. I'm like, my macros, my cardio, like, I am vigilant. So I'm really upset. I'm really mad. I want to scream. And I almost just said, screw it, I'm not even going to go to the gym this morning, but I forced myself to go and train. But I'm starting to just lose my motivation. It's just like, why? Now, I mean, and I'm, you know, so I'm stressed out about this. I'm stressed out about work. I'm stressed out about this trip that I have coming up with the family. This trip that I'm, you know, going on with the family, and I'm not really in the place to be going right now. So I'm not a lot of fun right now. I'm not a lot of fun. So yeah, you know, one day maybe I'll look at this video and laugh and be like, okay. I hope so. Because right now I'm so mad. I'm so mad. This is real and raw stuff right here, right? So some of you may get it, some of you may not. But I just had to vent. So, and I don't even have time to sit and, like, you know, cry about it, other than in my car driving home, because I gotta get home, I gotta eat, I gotta take the kids to camp, I gotta shower, I got so much to do. It's just like I don't have that time. So yeah. All right, y'all, this prep
To say it's been a roller coaster is an understatement, okay? Like, so the video you saw before this, which that's me being raw and real. I mean, so Monday I checked in with Coach, with Paul, and okay, so my weight was like, I was 135. I was staying at 135-ish. And then Sunday I went to like 136, and I'm like, all right. And Monday I'm at 137. I'm like, what the hell? And that's when I kind of had a breakdown. Actually, no, the breakdown was Tuesday. Tuesday I had the breakdown. So 137, I was like, okay, maybe because it was a rest day, whatever, right? A Tuesday, which is the video that you saw, goes up to 137.8. So basically, like, if you round, 138. I lost it. And I mean, I'm still kind of like leery at this point, like, but I have been so stressed. So stressed. This whole month, I think I've just been stressed. The whole month of June has been ridiculously stressful for everything. Work, swim, prep, all of it. Like, it's all raining down on me. And I still feel it a little bit, but as I'm still learning. Like, the thing is that even though I say I have a system and I find balance, you know, every time it's different. You know, the balance is something that you're constantly trying to achieve, right? So anyway, I 137.8 on Tuesday, had a meltdown, had like this whole like novel ready for my check-in to send to Paul. It was very emotional, obviously. And then I, you know, did my weight on Wednesday. I can't remember what it was, but I mean, like, it went back down to like 136 yesterday. And then today, I did go to bed at a decent, well, I went to bed at like 9:15, 9:30 last night. Got about 7 hours of sleep, okay? I woke up this morning, I'm at 134. 134.4 for being exact. So from Tuesday, 137.8 to today, 3 days later, 134.4. That's almost like, what? So anyway, it's just, it's a roller coaster. I still, and like I said, I'm leery to like celebrate it. I sent my photos to Paul. My hips are down in, I think another 1/4 of an inch. My waist is staying at like 24 3/4, 25 inches. I'm hoping probably by the time I step on stage, it's down to like 24. We'll see. But, yeah, this is just, and I think the problem is that I've always kind of, the scale has always messed with my head. I'm still battling it. I'm trying to force myself to just use it as a data point, right? But the thing is the last time I stepped on stage, y'all, and I'm about 5'5.5", 5'5 3/4". Last time I stepped on stage at my pro debut, I think I was like 114, 115. And I've been 134, 137 before. And I will say my composition, I do look different. I have to keep pounding that into my head. And if Daniel were here, he'd be doing that right now. He'd be texting me like, F the scale, Kate. Screw it. Kate, you look great. Like, you know, he would be doing that to me. And it's just hard. It's so hard. And the thing is I guess I know that 115 number and I'm at 134, and I feel like I have thousands of miles to go when I have like 50. So I have no idea what my new stage weight's gonna be. I have no freaking clue. I have none. So it's because I've said this before, this was the feedback, I'm gonna have to be the heaviest I've ever been on stage at the leanest I've ever been on stage. So anyway, what I'm gonna do, this whole video, what I figured I would do, because I hear it all the time from people, I cannot travel and stay on track. Now, whether you are a prep person, you compete, Or if you are someone who's just trying to stay healthy, who's just trying to, like, maybe you've gotten blood work back. I mean, all my millennials, my 40-year-olds, where you at? You get your blood work back and you're like, you've let things go, especially if you have a job like mine where you are on the go a lot, you are traveling. I'm going to use this video as a way to show you how I travel. And I think I've done videos like this before, but I'm going to show you how I do my food. I am actually prepping some food this time. So you can do it one of two ways, and I will show you both. One way you can do it is you can prep all your food ahead of time and bring it with you. The caveat is do not bring any liquids with you in your carry-on, okay? So if you're gonna be gone for a long period of time, like I'm gonna be gone to the West Coast visiting family, I'm gonna be gone for a long time, gone for a while. So if you're gonna be gone for a really long time, you can go ahead and prep all your food ahead of time and bring it with you. But anything liquid related, or like nut butters, like I hear this all the time, like everybody's like, well, I have to have my American Dream nut butter. Put it in a checked bag, because you will lose it. TSA is going to take it away. The only thing liquid-wise, oh squirrel, you're gonna die. The only thing liquid-wise that I'm probably gonna bring with me is my liquid stevia. And because it's within the boundaries, I'll be fine. So, you know, liquid, don't bring it. Don't bring it. Or like if you have like a little to-go containers of like ketchup and stuff like that, you can do that. And I do that as well. So anyway, I'm going to show you if you prep your food ahead of time, which is what I'm going to do mainly to just get me to Seattle. Like I'm going to prep meals for my trip to Seattle, and then I'm going to show you what I've done and what I actually had sent to Seattle. So when you work with a meal prep company, I am not sponsored. I wish I was. When you work with a meal prep company, or you purchase from a meal prep company, you have to schedule it accordingly and maybe make sure that you have somebody to receive the package. But meals usually come frozen. So there are meals being delivered to my brother-in-law's condo in Seattle today, which is Friday. I have to make sure that he, like, hey Josh, you said you're gonna bring it in, put it in the freezer now. But it's gonna all be frozen, right? So I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be waiting for me when I get to Seattle. And basically I got 28 meals, and that should get me for the entire trip, okay? So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do this video on, is traveling either when you're on prep or just traveling for work. Because there's nothing different that I do with work versus personal trips, except maybe the difference of access to a microwave versus not. So anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling, because I'm sure you guys don't like to hear me talk. You kind of want to see feedback and stuff like that. So I will show you what I do to prep my food, and then maybe even film a little bit while I'm in the plane how I do things. And this is I've been doing this now for years. I've been very successful. And again, this is not just for competitors. So all my people who are like, hey, I'm trying to figure out how to eat well while traveling, I got you. It is totally possible. It is totally possible to hit your goals and not be miserable. Okay, so maybe you're not going to go ahead and go out and get sloshed every night. You know what? Get a soda, get a water with lime. I've told the bartender several times, I'm like, hey, give me a water and make it look like a drink. I've done that before, but you know what? I can still be fun. I can still have a good time with people, and burn the midnight oil, as they call it. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna show you my tips and tricks.
All right, it's super late the night before we're leaving for Seattle. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna prep 3 meals. I'm gonna prep my breakfast, and then I'm basically doing an overnight oats, and then I'm gonna prep kind of like my next 2 meals. And then I'll have rice cakes and stuff like that with me if I get hungry. Or I always treat myself to the Biscoff cookies, because those are my favorite and I can work them in macros and it's fine. So anyway, I'm gonna start with some chia seeds. So just this organic chia seeds, and I'm gonna do 10 grams of that. I think when I calculated the macros, it was like, what's it called? It's like maybe 350 calories for what I'm making right now. All right, so I got chia seeds. What's great about chia seeds is when they get in liquid, first of all, they're really good for you, like omegas and all that stuff. And they have all sorts of really great good fats and stuff like that. But when they get liquid, it soaks up the liquid and it gets really big. And it's really yummy. So I highly recommend adding chia seeds. They're good for you. And then I'm gonna add 42 grams of oats. Thank goodness tomorrow is a high day for me. So I'm actually really hungry right now. I'm really hungry. Okay. So I got my 42 grams of oats. I'm gonna add 30 grams of protein powder. Another little tip for y'all, pro tip, if you don't already do this, measure your food out in grams. So even if you are doing 8 ounces or 5 ounces of chicken, I would multiply 5 by 28 and measure it out in grams, because grams is more accurate. So if you go 1 or 2 grams over, that's a lot better than if you go a little over on the ounces. So I highly recommend measuring in grams. All right, now I'm gonna add my collagen powder. Normally I put this in my coffee, like y'all saw, my little coffee mixture. But I'm doing it in my overnight oats instead. So basically 10 grams of that. Blueberries. So another great source of fiber. So I'm gonna serve me 25 grams of blueberries. Just basically a scoop. Scoop of blueberries. And then 100 milliliters of almond milk. Just add 100 milliliters of that. All right, and then I'm gonna put the lid on, shaky, shaky. And if it's a little too thick, you could always add a little bit more water or almond milk. But because I've already measured out what I need for the almond milk, I kind of need to just, water's no calories. And there's still some stuff at the bottom. Stuff on the bottom. You could do this in a mason jar, but obviously because I'm traveling tomorrow, I just want it to be easy. So yeah, you shake it up. And then you see the little chia seeds in there? They should actually expand. Not super huge, but enough. And they'll absorb flavor and you'll absorb it. And I just put that in the refrigerator. So I am going to pack my protein powder as well. I'm not going to bring the tub, that's just stupid. But I will put a bunch of it in a gallon baggie. And then I will measure it as needed while I am in West Coast. So I'm just gonna put a few scoops in here. All right. This pack's easier too, obviously. So pack your protein powder. Okay, and I just made my second and third meals. This is just a 5 ounce, or whatever that is, times 28 extra lean ground beef patty, 120 grams of rice. Then I have 5 ounces of chicken, air fried. I love my air fried chicken. 120 grams of rice and 25 grams of avocado. I have some chicken in here. I'm gonna put that in a baggie to bring with me. So I could eat that cold on the plane, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring this. This is called my Hot Logic. And what it is, it's the size of a lunchbox. But what it does is it has, let's see if I can do this one-handed. It has a hot plate in it. You see that? There's a hot plate in it and a plug. And most, protein powder boob. Most planes have outlets on them. So what I'll do is I'll just put the meal in my Hot Logic and heat it up you know, about 20 minutes or so before I want to eat it. And then it'll make it nice and hot. And then I will be on track. So I will probably try to fast as long as I possibly can on the plane before I eat even my first meal. And then I just want to space everything out. It's going to be hard because tomorrow's going to be a long day. We're going literally from East Coast to West Coast. So it's going to be a long day. I am also packing my vitamins. So I'll have all my vitamins for while I'm there. Cream of rice. We got the protein powder we just saw. And then my liquid stevia. I'll have this with me so I can add it to my coffee. Yay. So I'm a bit stressed. I just checked and MegaFit hasn't, they're the meal company that I got my meals from. And there's no confirmation regarding my meals. So I'm pivoting. I have some chicken packed. I can always shop when I get there. But yeah, we're gonna have a problem with MegaFit. So I hope they can fix this pretty quick. PDQ, pretty darn quick. Hello. All right. So I am now home from my vacation. It is Tuesday, July 4th. Happy 4th of July, y'all. Happy Independence Day. We've been home for about an hour, and since I've been sitting on an airplane all day, I just wanted to get some movement in. So your girl's walking on the treadmill. So getting some cardio done. Laundry's in the washing machine. Anyway, so yes, laundry's in the washing machine. I showed you guys my food going to Seattle, and then you saw a little clip of the food that I had. It wasn't everything. I ordered 28 meals for MegaFit. It did make it, I know in one of the other clips, I wasn't sure if it was gonna make it. I didn't get tracking information, but I did make it, which is great. I will say it was really good for a while. If I had to give myself a grade, I'd probably give myself a B+, like an 80, 85. Beginning of the trip, I was vigilant. And then towards the end, I started like taking a couple bites here and there. And the scale kind of reflected that. I'm still not up super high. I'm on my cycle too, so that's great. And I'm really happy with how I was looking then. I just have to be better
about things now that I'm home. So anyway, I have a lot of leftover meals. I'm gonna finish them out the rest of this week and next week, which is gonna make grocery shopping a lot easier. I have to figure out how to hold this so that my shoulder just dying. So yeah, it's like I said, overall I was able to stay on track. I think my weight pretty much, I mean, honestly, it's pretty much stayed the same since when I left. I really haven't lost a ton or gained a ton. I kind of just maintained, which is good, I guess. I mean, I'm in prep, so maybe it's not great, but it is what it is. And now it's time to buckle down and be better. So the B plus, get an A plus, get 100%. So anyway, this is my little vlog about staying on track, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, just subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye now.